Hey, how's everybody doing today? Today is April 26, 2020. Still in quarantine. It was supposed to end May 1st. It's been extended to May 15th, but the restrictions have been lightened so we can go out and do some things now. Um, my post today, of course, I call this Let It Out. You can't speak for me. So I'm just going to let it out. I have watched so many. I watch the news. I watch both, everything. I watch even Fox News. I watch NBC, MSNBC, CNN. I try to watch it all. And I do it so that I get a full view of what's being reported and I don't, you know, get bad or misinformation. And I have watched and learned that even in my local news, what's reported on one station, they'll report the same exact story, but a whole different way, or say something different in the story. So that's why, I've made it a point to kind of watch it and see it all. Well, I figured that this would finally be a wake up call. I figured that people would get it finally about what's going on when you have the lead of the country suggest that we could use disinfectants as an injection to kill a disease in people. And then I hear, um, I'm not sure if she's a mayor or a senator, but this lady gets up against our governor and she basically agreed with everything that the Trump had been saying. This man has lied throughout his life, basically, and it's been proven over and over again. But what I had to come to realize was that the people who believe him, they believe him. And there's nothing you can say or nothing you can do to change their mind. The only one that can change their mind is him and themselves. You have people who are losing their family and friends, but still stick by him. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Trump's a bad person. I don't know him personally. But as a president, no. I I think we could have did a lot worse. But then when I read and see some of the comments and what people say, and I'm just amazed at the support that he still has. And I'm just in awe. But then I think back to his campaign and even the fact that he used to be a Democrat and now he's a Republican. And the first few times he ran, basically all it was to get his name blown up. This man has never shown that he's cared about anybody but himself. But you have people out there who wholeheartedly believe that he's going to make their lives better. I have to the point where I don't care about parties. I don't care about Democrats. I don't care about Republicans. What matters to me is who's going to do the best for me and my family. Who is going to put food on my table? Who's going to keep me working? Who's not going to sit up here and tell me lies and have me disillusioned with the same nonsense over and over again that this person and that person's taking my job when they're the ones who's taking my job? It's time for us to wake up and stop blaming the guy next door to us for what's wrong in our life when we know there's a bigger picture. I don't know why we can't accept that the guy we elected or didn't elect is the one who's screwing us over. and not the Mexican guy who came across the border who's picking strawberries at the strawberry plant that you didn't want to pick strawberries at. I mean, I can't get it to where you don't understand that the Civil War began for the same reason. They told you that somebody was taking your jobs. You know everybody's history but your own. Because if you knew your own history, you'd wake up and see they've been playing the same game to you all your life. Ain't nobody beating you but you. Because you won't wake up and pay attention to the truth of what's happening. Because if you accept the truth, that means you have to change. Accept the truth that Donald Trump is not a president. He does not know what he's doing. And he's risking people's lives. But we also have to accept that there's some people that political part means so much more to them. Right now, I have the utmost respect for Governor Cuomo. I have the utmost respect for the governor of Michigan. I actually thought Cuomo was a Republican, and then I found out he was a Democrat. Not that it made a difference. Gretchen Whitmer she's looked out for me and my family. She prioritized my life over money. For all you people up there talking about this is for your right, wasn't nobody stopping you. I know somebody who said they went fishing and the lakes was full of people out there on the boats before she opened everything back up. So you were going where you wanted to go anyway and doing what you wanted to do anyway. This was political. Why else would you be out there with your guns? With your Trump stickers and flags? And it's funny how you can see and feel when somebody's stepping on your right, but when somebody's taking a knee on a football field, you can't see their rights. It's funny. You sit in church every Sunday, and you come out more of a heathen than when you went in. It's like the pastor's just up there talking, and you're just there because to say you were there, and you heard absolutely nothing was said. There's no way that you could hear what was said and then come out and treat people the way that you do. Or you just don't believe, and it's just part of a routine. This is ridiculous. The truth is the truth. The man said what he said, and then the next day he tried to say he said it jokingly, that I was being sarcastic. There was no smile on your face. You were serious as a heart attack. And for you to say that you talked to Trump and you believe Trump, have you paid attention? This man will come in a room full of black people and say that I'm going to do everything I can do to help you and I love you, and then turn around and walk right in the room with the KKK and turn around and say the exact same thing to them, and then we're going to do everything we can to stop them black people over there. This dude will walk in a room full of Jewish people and tell them that what they did to you in Nazi in Germany was just horrible, it was wrong, and then walk right in a room full of Germans and tell them what they did to them, it was the best thing that ever happened, they should have killed them all. He's a chameleon. He says what needs to be said to convert people over to his side, and then turns around and stomp on you when you ask the governor of Georgia right now. Did what he told him to do, and then the man turned around and stomped all over him like, hey, I didn't tell him to do that. That's all you've been hollering. You need to liberate your states. You need to liberate your states. The governors need to release this. We need to get the economy going. And the governor goes out and do it, and then he sits back and say, I wouldn't have done that. I didn't have nothing to do with that. I'm just amazed that, I used to hear the stories about how snake oilsmen would come into town and they would run them out of town. Well, you've made a snake oil salesman a president, and because of that, you can't admit to the rest of the world that you were wrong. So you gotta stand by this man no matter what, cause your pride won't let you admit that you was wrong. So you willing to let your family, your friends die. It's time for us to stop with all this nonsense and voting against your best interests. Stop worrying about stuff like abortions. If you ain't having an abortion, why are you worried about it? They got to stand before God for that, not you. If they're gay and getting married, that is not none of your business. But you're right. Don't put it in my face. But that's just like two straight people. I don't want to see you all up having sex and kissing in front of my face either. But that's your life, not mine. That has nothing to do with me. But what does have something to do with me is you taking jobs away from my community. What has something to do with me is that you say you're not gonna raise my taxes and then you raise my taxes. When you say that you gonna take from the rich and stop helping the rich, and you turn around and help the rich. That's what matters to me. All this other stuff ain't nothing but a distraction. That ain't got nothing to do with my life. Stop paying attention to stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm just saying. I'm just letting it out. You don't speak for me.